Today, we'll be making a 15-second product ad for an e-commerce brand called Crafted. Have a look at this beautiful jewelry. Look how good and Cinematic product videos don't always translate into product sales. After working in e-commerce for the last 3 years, it's a frustrating fact that I've now come to terms with, finally. You can imagine me being a visual storyteller. All I want to do is create beautiful videos. But when you put up those beautiful videos and a person sees that on a Facebook feed, most of the time they just think, yeah, here's another ad, and scroll right past it. Ironically, some of the best-selling videos are just simple videos that you shoot on your phone. So there's the challenge with this video. I want to make something that's cinematic and beautiful, but I also want to make something that will actually sell the product. And the first step in doing that is research. That's how we start all of our videos. First and foremost, you gotta find out who is the customer for this video and what would persuade them to buy. And to do this, I use a couple of tools, but my favorite one is Bixby. Here, let me show you what it does. In a nutshell, this allows you to see exactly what sort of ads are working for your competitors. And I like to use this tool before I start any project. With it, I can see what sort of creatives are performing best in what niche and who are they trying to appeal to with those ads. So since we're making a video ad for Crafted, I'm going to do a little bit of spying and see what sort of ads are working best for their brand. So we go to Ad Spy section here, and in the search bar, I'm just gonna type in their brand name. And now it spits out literally every single ad that they've ever put out on Facebook. This is pretty cool. You can go way back, get really creepy with it if you'd like, see what sort of ads they're running back in 2018. I don't know why you would want to do that, but if you did, all I'm saying is you could. But what I really like is these filters over here that allow you to sort the ads by different categories. What I like to do is sort them by impressions. And instead of the ads from the last 90 days, let's have a look at a few ads that perform best over the entire year. The very first ad has over 26 million impressions, so you can bet your sweet hiney they're putting a lot of money behind this creative. Let's have a look at what it looks like. Short, sweet, but not so relevant to what we want to achieve, because this is obviously a seasonal ad. It's just an ad that you would use for Christmas or, maybe Father's Day or any other day where you would give a man a gift. It's cool, but we want to do something that's a little bit more branded. Let's keep looking. Oh, wait. Before we get to that part, I forgot to mention, if you want to get a saucy discount to your subscription of Bixby, then be sure to use the link below this video and get 10% off. Can't say I'd ever do nothing for you, can ya? So these ads over here, although they have a lot of impressions, they look more like retargeting ads as opposed to prospecting ads. But this ad right here, this looks promising. Crafted to last. The one thing that I love about this ad is that it's a direct response ad. See, when it comes to jewelry and fashion items, a lot of the ads that are there are just branded films. They're just communicating a sort of a lifestyle, an aspirational lifestyle with very beautiful models. This guy is obviously handsome too. I'm not saying that he's not, but the main focus of it is actually on the benefits of the product, which, if we go back to the ad, we can see are, first and foremost, sick of green necks. That's starting the ad by stressing a problem. The second clear benefit that it communicates is that it's sweat-proof. Third one, what else did they say? Aha, there it is. Heat-proof, baby. This jewelry is heat-proof. You can go to a sauna with it. Now, I know that this seems like a minor, benefit, but because this ad has over 9 million impressions, these benefits are important and they're not to be overlooked. And lastly, what do we have? Waterproof. Is that the right one? Boom, there it is, waterproof. Rightio. So from this ad, it's very clear to see what sort of benefits they're trying to communicate and also who are they trying to speak to? Usually the model in the ad would reflect the target audience that you're going after. And in this case, it's a guy that looks after themselves, a guy with tattoos, a guy that likes going to the gym. And that's exactly how we're going to make this video. So let's move on to the next part, which is concept creation. Because the benefits I wanted to communicate were already pretty clear to me, I went online and looked at a variety of different music videos, workout videos, as well as fashion films that had interesting visual creative techniques which I wanted to use in the video. I then compiled all of those videos and put them into a Milanote board. This allowed me to see all of these different visual techniques that I wanted to use at a glance and put together a basic shot list. And that's pretty simple. There it is right here. I mean, I didn't go too fancy with it. Literally just listed down all of the different exercises that I wanted to capture. And my plan going in was to go and get enough covers of each exercise. So a wide shot and a close-up shot. Actually, there was one thing that was different, and those were the studio shots that we did right here, but we'll cover those at the end. Our location was Black Rose Gym in Skerries, shout out to Skerries, and we had two main setups there. One was the exterior and another one in the interior. Let's begin with the outside shots, which I didn't really like that much in the end, to be honest, because when you're working outside, it is super difficult to control the lighting. You really have to come there at the right time of day, and if the weather is working against you, you've got no chance. But we did our best. We stuck a couple of tube lights to the squat rack, backlit the hell out of the model, added a little bit of a fill light with the Aputure 120D, and most importantly, we brought out the smoke machine. And this is a really cool tool if you have no other way to add depth to your shot. That was pretty much the exterior. So here are the shots. The fun part was with the interiors. We were always shooting into the L of the room. That is the unspoken rule of, well, maybe very much spoken, a spoken rule of cinematography, shoot into the L of the room. And we tried to backlight the shots as much as possible, and this was the end result. This is the opening shot that I had planned. I wanted Soroush to put on the necklace to indicate that this is what the ad was about as the first shot in the video. I used the same rule, backlighting everything, shooting into the L of the room. And this is the shot I wanted to finish the ad with. The idea was that the model slams the camera to the side, and then the video starts up again with the camera panning up from the bottom up, therefore creating like this infinite loop, which I think are pretty cool for Instagram. When I looked at the Crafted Jewelry website, I really got the impression that it was a sort of an outlaw brand, and I wanted to create some visuals that bring this outlaw persona, the shadow side, to life. And this is where the idea for these studio shots came into play. The setup was relatively easy for this. I got the Aputure 120D, I put it up on a C-stand, and I hung it above the model. I had a black backdrop, just like the one you see behind me there. And I used the Aputure Spotlight with the Godax to shoot this pattern behind it and put a red gel in front of that. That gave this nice demonic shadow side look, which I really liked. And as a finisher, I added both of the tube lights on either side of the model just to make him pop and stand out from the background that little bit more. I think they really came together well in the video and gave it this nice motif, this nice little reoccurring theme that made it a little bit different from your typical workout video, which when doing market research for this ad, I saw plenty of. So I wanted to make something that was a little bit different. That's it for this one, and we'll see you. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna stop saying that. Everyone says that at the end of their YouTube video. I'm just gonna say goodbye.